SAS.
No, but are you actually genuine? Is that an actual?
Of course, in America, you're stupid. Of course, that's a no-brainer. Like,
That's why I'm not.
This week, for the first time, I know that we've been nominated in the BET Hip Hop Awards before, but for the first time we've been nominated in the International UK Artist in the BET Awards.
Are you repeating the question?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
What up, homies? So today we got together, we had a couple of guests on the debates. Unfortunately, Chucky couldn't make it here today. Obviously, every week one person's missing because that's just how these naughty debaters do it. But we had G-Range come in and we had Logan Sama come in today, and we just got debating about the BET nominations. Can I have a drink, please?
Can you have a drink?
Yes, part getting you a drink is not more important than the camera being on.
No, this is Jade.
Started off with basically Snips taking over me, as it loves to do.
Listen, but what they need to establish first is, have they based the criteria on doing some research on who's popular in England? Because obviously Emeli Sande, Wretch, they've been successful in England. Or have they based the criteria based on people who have gained recognition in the States? Which is why Estelle will be in there. Because truth be told, if they looked at recognition in England for the last year, Estelle wouldn't be in there. You know, whereas if they just looked on America, obviously Wretch wouldn't be in there because he hasn't broken America yet.
Still, like, I swear she's already an established artist. Like, period, regardless of being in the UK or not.
Is it an overall, like, if it's an overall achievement, yeah, obviously Estelle did shit in the States, which most UK artists have never ever been able to accomplish.
She's been there for time as well, though. She's been there for ages.
What she's done in the last year. When was the last time Estelle did anything of any recognition?
But, I hear that. What I'm saying to you is that, like, how many records you're selling is a bit different to how much of a profile you have. Yeah. And a lot of people might know who Estelle is, though she might not be selling a lot of records.
Why isn't Rita Ora on there then?
Well, I don't think she's considered British.
She is sexy.
I don't think she's considered European.
What was the criteria?
They never ever released the criteria what they're told for, which is why we have that bullshit with the MTV Awards.
You're a real nigga, you know, with Logan. I love that, man.
Because they don't, like, if they'd have put out, right, this is what we want, because we got an email when we did that MTV list.
Yeah.
This is what you're judging it on. This is what you're putting your list together based on.
Yeah.
And based on that list is what we decided. But obviously that's not going to be the same for every, so you're not going to know exactly.
Yeah.
It could be 3 people sat there in a room and giving it 5 minutes thought and go, okay, like, let's think of some international people we know, blah, 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 shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Estelle, I know her, she's done tunes with Kanye.
I just feel like with award shows, they're just so kind of contrived, and you can tell they have their own agenda, and, you know, and we're not involved.
But can I just say, first of all, before we enter, I just want to make sure, am I in focus? I just want to make sure that everybody knows. So first of all, we had Emeli Sande, Wretch 32, Labyrinth, Sway, and who did I miss out? Estelle.
Can I just ask a question?
Estelle.
You said it was international acts. Who else is in there?
I'm surprised Iggy Azalea is
It's called the best international.
That doesn't make. Oh, UK international.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
But whatever this decides to call it.
So it is. They're looking at it like we've given you an opportunity. That's what I'm.
Me personally, I was really shocked that Tiny and Chipmunk weren't in there. I put it to the rest of the guys, asked them, Tiny and Chipmunk, and they weren't even really that fussed. I'm quite shocked. As soon as I heard that, I thought of Chipmunk and Tiny Temper, and neither of them are in it.
Well, to be fair, they have in the last year. They haven't really done a lot.
Well, Chipmunk
has actually. Chip's done a lot.
No, hold on. Chip has an underground buzz. Yeah.
100%.
But he's not released commercially viable records.
Because he's building himself. Because he's gonna go mad and go #1. Just like I told everyone, Lisa Mafia went #2, and you didn't believe me. Do your history, encyclopedia, and bare things.
That was
#2.
That's probably why Chip's not been in there. The reason Tiny's not been in there, because no one knows who the fuck Tiny is in America. This ridiculous idea that because he sold 1 million records, because he got a deal with the Super Bowl. I think it was.
But they all know SAS because they're just mad over it.
But they don't know who Tiny Temper is. They don't know who Tiny Temper is in America.
Yeah, to be fair, when they play that song as well, you don't hear him.
You don't hear Tiny. They know the song, but they don't know Tiny. Like, they don't know who the stars.
Yeah, even on the TV.
I think 4 of the people on there are fair enough. Do you know what I mean? They've done a lot of stuff this year. Estelle, questionable. But I'm presuming she's known in the States.
And therefore she got to bring in, but I think Labyrinth is an amazing artist. I spoke to his manager the other day. He's brought a whole different type of sound to the scene, and he's made it extremely more creative. Wretch has been able to be lyrical but still be respected in the commercial scene, which I love, and Emeli Sande is an amazing artist I've loved from day one. I think them 4 artists there, and there's no disrespect to Estelle, I think Estelle's an amazing artist. I used to listen to Estelle back in the day, but if we're comparing it to the 4
for this, like 2012,
yeah, then I would think the 4 artists from from the UK deserve it a little bit more.
Until we know what they're actually judging the whole fucking criteria on, then we're kind of just be talking about anything.
No, but you won't know. They won't say it.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, in like, we're only just discussing on what if it was this, what if it was that.
Yeah, but it's a debate, T. That's what it's about.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay, in your opinion, T, what do you think is the reason why they have picked the people they have picked?
Because my thing is a profile thing. Like, me, I look at it like this. Like in America, they're thinking, who do Americans know? That's as simple as.
They're not, because Americans don't know Wretch. They don't know Emeli Sande.
So
who else was in there? Who else was in there?
Emeli Sande, Labyrinth.
They don't know Labyrinth.
Estelle, Sway.
They don't know Sway.
But they don't like Wretch. They love Wretch.
I believe it's just based on like who they get told about.
If they've looked at the UK scene and gone, okay, all right, what's popping in the UK? Yeah, Wretch, Emeli Sande, definitely. Sway, definitely. Yeah. Who else was it?
Labyrinth.
Estelle and Labyrinth. I mean, even Labyrinth to a certain extent.
But that's still being there. Now that contradicts Tiny not being in there as well. Then.
Yeah.
And credibility. So you reckon it's based on credibility?
They have, you know, on BT they have like a nudio show which kind of shows a more international act. I can't remember the name of it, but you can specifically see it's got pure UK artists, and they keep looping it. It's on all the time, and they have the same artists. So I see Labyrinth from there a lot. I see Tiny Temper on there a lot.
See, the thing is with the Labyrinth thing, yeah. I'm gonna get slated and I'm gonna get told I'm hating on this. I think Labyrinth is incredibly talented, probably one of the best producers in this country right now. But the music that Labyrinth has released, that America would be aware of, if they'd kind of come over here to have a look. I don't think this goes back to the whole argument of what urban music is. Like, BET is black entertainment television, so it's a reflection of urban music, aka black music. I don't think Labyrinth is necessarily made music that really falls under that category. To me, what Labyrinth has done has been very, very just straight up pop music.
I see even Emeli Sande is on there a lot. So clearly, somebody from here who's now working for BET has said, okay, these names are the names that have been buzzing in the UK to show their videos.
They've just
that's what's happening.
contacted the people who work at BET.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. They've got somebody who knows this scene slightly, and they've said, you know, show these videos, and now they're trying to say, you know what, we're recognising these acts, and there's all of like 5 acts that they have in this.
What they did for the last time they had a UK award at the Hip Hop Awards, and that was get about 15 people together in a room over here and knock out a list.
Awards and nominations are pretty much turning into a bit of a joke, and I think that the debaters have started to see that. As Logan said, probably a couple of people sit down and say, what names do you know from the UK? And there's the names they come out with. But on the other hand, there are some very talented people in those nominations. You cannot deny Wretch's talent, and you cannot deny Emeli Sande's talent, and the rest of them as well. My thing is, me personally, is that
Too close.
Why do you film these nowadays? How come
It's all got fired.
But my thing is, who votes on it? Because if it's American people who are voting on it, then they don't give a shit about UK artists. They don't care.
How about this? What's the best way to go about it? In all honesty, I don't give a shit about award shows. That's the honest fucking truth.
I'm happy for the artists that have been mentioned, because as I said, I'm all down for people raising up their profile and getting their music out there to a wider audience. If BET is going to help them in that respect, then that's great. But as I said, me personally, it doesn't really affect my brain.
Right on, sister.
It's weird because I thought it would be quite a good debate, but I think nobody really seemed to care that much, and it makes me wonder, if we don't care in the UK, then why the frig are the US people going to care about us?
To be quite frank, I'm not really sure how the American audience kind of take to UK acts, whether or not they know us or not, whether or not they care.
So if we're trying to fucking give an award now to say who's the best international act, how do you go about picking those acts?
Facts and figures, surely. That way you can't go wrong with evidence.
Not just facts and figures, because obviously they've got to be, I think you need a 50-50.
That's a very good point.
Hi, can I have a camera? Hi. 50-50 of two things, yeah? You need actual facts and figures for what's gone on in the UK, who's got a buzz, who's sold, all the rest of it. But then you need to get 15 tastemakers from America, label heads, DJs, whoever, people that are genuine tastemakers in America, and get them to screen who they think has essentially got the potential to do anything in the UK. Because there's certain artists who might pop over here who will get looked at as a joke in America, so there's no point them being recognized.
Who do you reckon will pop up in America?
Wretch, obviously. Chip, obviously. Like for me, like new artists right now that's come through, Wretch and Chip are the two that will kill America.
Can't, I believe that.
Do you know what? Actually, do you know what? I see Miss Pratt on the plane today. I honestly think she has a
shot. She's on the plane today?
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Different type of set.
Her whole package, she has a definite chance.
She's not sure that. Chip and Wretch, I fucked with you on that.
Chip and Wretch on 100%.
So alright, let's do this then. We've got a couple of tastemakers in here today. Let's put our own BET list.
You don't want to hear my list?
5.
you don't want to hear my list.
When you say, when you think international acts, as in we can't just
UK. What do you think? Would we put a grime artist in there?
It's best international artist, and for me, there's not really anyone that like has made grime music and been an international recognised success. I don't look at that as a bad thing though, because you know grime's a sound. I don't need to be recognised by the BET Awards for me to still care about grime. I don't need America to get grime for me to care about grime and for it to be a valid genre of music.
It's a representation of our scene to a worldwide audience. Whether people like it or not, whatever America puts out there gets viewed by the world. What we put out there might only get viewed by the UK, so it is a representation of our scene.
I'll put Gets in there. I'll put Gets in every fucking list.
Everything.
If it's anything to do with rap,
anything Gets is in there.
If it's anything to do with rap.
In the BET Hip Hop Awards, they've had Best UK MC or Rap Act or whatever, and grime MCs have been nominated in that over the years as well. So they obviously are getting recognised in that way. But when you look at, like you said, the stuff that Labyrinth has done, Emeli Sande, the success that Wretch has had. I mean, it just shows you. I mean, Wretch is a guy that's come through the grime scene and now he's making all types of music and being really successful around the world with it, and hasn't given up his credibility either in doing it.
Oh man, I remember what happened last time we tried to do this.
Don't say my name. Allow it. Let's allow me, man. Calm today. Don't try and bring me up after you didn't like me. You want to cuss me off. 2-2s were going for dinner and bare things, and now. I know I lied, but still. So I lie sometimes.
I'm more interested in like the progress that we're making on a day-to-day basis. 100%. So when you're seeing guys like, you know, young guys like Cozzy getting playlisted for their singles, and guys like Predator getting very, very successful remixes of Talisa and Sway that were both top 10 records, and you know the sound is starting to get more accepted, and that's all I want, man. I just want like people to listen to the grime sound and go, yeah, we like that. No, we don't like that. That's fine.
Emeli Sande deserves to be there. I'm sorry, 100% deserves to be there.
She's the next one that's been on BET a lot. She was on 1 of 6 and Park. So you know, I can see her doing well. She's very commercial.
I don't do these anymore.
Man's not on the beef, he's on Kiss Blood.
We have to remember as well, like they've had in the BET Hip Hop Awards, they've had Best UK MC or Rap Act or whatever, and grime MCs have been nominated in that over the years as well. So they obviously are getting recognised in that way. But when you look at, like you said, the stuff that Labyrinth has done, Emeli Sande, the success that Wretch has had. I mean, it just shows you. I mean, Wretch is a guy that's come through the grime scene and now he's making all types of music and being really successful around the world with it, and hasn't given up his credibility either in doing it.
Do me a favour. I do listen. Say my artist.
100%. SAS. Them 3 letters there, not STD.
Okay, if I say it, so I let
not VIP. You get me? SAS.
No, but are you actually genuine? Is that an actual?
Of course. In America, you're stupid. Of course. That's a no-brainer.
That's why I'm not trying to pay attention to. I love Snips, you know.
Obviously, Snips is devastated that SAS isn't in there. Poet is devastated that Gets isn't in there. Who's surprised? Not me.
Alright, who this year has done a track with French Montana, Nicki Minaj, and Vado?
Red Cap.
It's a no-brainer.
Like, have they dropped those 2 tracks though?
Yeah, please. No, French Montana's mixtape. Like, who else is on the mixtape? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Like, really, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? I'm not even being paid. I haven't slept. I just got off a plane this morning. I haven't slept. It's a no-brainer.
Do you know what? I have to rate Snips because he's bloody loyal. Like,
listen, I rate them.
No, but that's what.
Who's been to America?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of find it hard to be enthusiastic about these kind of debates because I actually don't give a shit about award ceremonies.
That's how I'm feeling about them now. When I was younger, I used to really care, but now I just really don't.
Yeah, like, because award ceremonies, they're too crazy for me because it's like, what are you giving the person an award for? And in terms of that, it's like, everyone has a different fucking opinion.
There's artists in there that I like and I think should be in there, but the criteria on which they selected the artist doesn't sound, it's all over the place. Like,
it's always all over the place, these criteria for these lists these days, man.
If I was going to listen to an award show, I would give it to actual facts and figures. In terms of like, if you're saying who sold the most record this year according to this fucking sound scan or poll or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That makes sense to me because you're going by things that you can't argue about.
That's it for this week's debate. I'm not sure what day this is coming out because, as you can see, I'm filming it and Yassine is no longer with us. So, no, I'm not no longer with us like that. I mean, he's no longer filming the debate, so Jay's got to film it, and we need to find an editor. Bear with us. I am doing the breakfast show, and it's a lot of hard work, but bear with us. I promise we'll get that to you.
If you're making money, you're not technically like a groupie though.
You are though.
You're a business, we're playing the game.
I see what these guys are all saying, and I see exactly what Kojo's saying, because there's a groupie and there's businesswomen.
Certain characters will be like, that guy's representing me. And after a couple of weeks here, if you say one thing, because remember, they're looking at it like, that's my brother. The moment you say something that completely goes against what they think,
one thing, one thing.
You were meant to be representing me.
Big up Tan for filming the confessions, because I know I filmed the debates, but Tan actually films the confessions, so nice one on that, Tan. And also, big up my boy Charlie Sloth, another leapfrog jumpage on to Radio 1 and 1 Extra, 4 till 7, every weekday. Radio is now the thing. Radio's coming back. It's the medium that you should be listening to. I don't know. Choice FM every day, Monday to Friday, 6 until 9.